Hey guys, it's me again. Okay, so now we're going to look at some reverse percentages. Okay, so I know some of you don't like percentages. This topic, reverse percentages, is a grade 5 topic, and it kind of gives it away in the title of it. So it's in a reverse percentage. In other words, if you're going in reverse, you are going backwards. So this type of question will ask you, what was the price? Okay, there's your little giveaway. Like, what was the price? What was it before it started? So the idea being for this topic is, before we do anything, the original amount, before anything happened to it, we're going to assume as 100%. Okay, like the full value, before anything went up or down in a sale, before someone got a pay increase or something like that, their original amount is what we're going to call 100%. Okay, so I just wanted to bear that in mind as we start this topic now. And then it will say kind of what was the price before, what was their salary before, that sort of question. So when you see the past tense there, what was the price, that's when I want you thinking about, we need to work in reverse. We need to go backwards and think about what it was. So I'm just going to work through a couple of examples and then I'm going to get you straight into it on this one. Okay, so a lamp is on sale at £22.05. And this is a 10% reduction on the normal price. So as I've just said, the normal price is always 100%. And this is a 10% reduction. So I'm going to take 10% from 100. And that gives us 90%. So £22.05 is 90% of the full value. So I'll just write that down as well so we could kind of understand it. There we go. Okay. And it says, what was the price? There's that clue again. What was the price of the lamp before the reduction? So that's where I know it's a reverse percentage, because I'm working backwards. I'm trying to find out what it originally was. Well, all we simply do is if £22.05 is 90%, if I divide it by that amount, that's going to tell me what 1% is. And when I know what 1% is, I can then multiply by 100 to find 100%, to find the full amount. So whatever the percentages that you've got, okay, that's what you divide it by. So in this case, it's 90% of the full amount. So we divide it by 90, and then we times it by 100 to find out what that full amount, that full 100% was. Okay, so we'll just do that on my calculator really quick. So £22.05 divided by 90 and times by 100, it was £24.50. And that's it. So I'll look at the second one. Jennifer has 54 DVDs. This number of DVDs is 80% more than the number she had last month. So going back to what we just said, that original amount is 100%. So what she had last month is what we're going to call 100%. Well, this month she's got 80% more. So it must be plus 80%, which is 180% in total. Okay. How many DVDs did she have last month? So what we're going to do, just like before, we're going to take the amount of DVDs. We're going to divide it by the percentage we've got, which is 180. And then we're going to times it by 100. Okay, the same process all over again. So 54 divide 180 times 100 is 30. Okay, she had 30 DVDs in the previous month. There we go. We'll just do one more. So Lauren is given a 12% pay rise. So before that pay rise, the original amount she had was 100% of her wage. She's now been given a 12% pay rise. So if it's rising, it's going up. So I'm going to add on 12%. So that gives us 112%. Her new salary is £24,080. So they must be the same thing. 112% must be her new salary. So just like before, we take the amount, we divide it by the percentage that we've got, and then we're going to times it by 100. Okay, so 24,080 divide by 112 and then times 100. So before she got her rise, she was on £21,500. Okay, and again, the clue is there. It doesn't tell you it's a reverse percentage question. That's the way that we kind of spot it. What was her salary before the rise? So then that past tense. So I'm going to give you a couple to do, and I've thrown in a higher level one as well. Okay, so these are both past paper questions. You can see there at the top. One's question 30, and they're both non-calculator, interestingly. So we'll have a look how to do that in a minute, but if you can have a go in your little pads. One's question 30 on the foundation, the other one's question 9 on the higher. So have a go at both of them, all three, and we'll have a look in a second. Okay, so let's take a look. So in a sale, the normal price of a t-shirt is reduced by 40%. Well, normal price is 100%. So if it's reduced by 40%, that's now 60%. So that must be 60%. So I'm going to take that 240, divide it by 60, okay, and then I'm going to times it by 100. Well, when I get a fraction and I'm timesing it by a whole number, we're just going to multiply the top two. We're going to do 240 times 100, okay. So when you times by 100, the decimal place moves once, because that's times by 10. And if I times by 10 again, that's times by 100. So it's going to be the number 240. So it's simply 240 divided by 60. And if I want to make it simpler again, I can cross the zeros out. They're going to cancel each other out. And 24 divided by 6 is 4. So the original amount was £4. But just to reiterate that, if you've got a fraction multiplied by a whole number, you simply multiply the top number by that number. Number 2, in a sale, the normal price of a hat is reduced by 60%. So 100% is the normal price. It's reduced by 60%. So the sale price must be 40%. 100 take 60. What was the normal price of the book? So £2.80 divided by 40 times 100. And again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to times 280 by 100. So the decimal place is going to move once, going to move twice. So that's going to be 280 divided by 40. And again, it's non-calculator, so to make it simpler, let's cross the zeros out. So we're on 28 divided by 4. And when you're dividing something by 4, you just half it and half it again. Or how many 4s are in 28? Same thing, it's 7. So it was £7 before that 60% reduction. So that's the foundation ones. If we look at the higher tier paper one, so Polly buys a cooker, 20% VAT is added onto the price of the cooker. So that 100% was the normal price, and I've just added on a VAT amount of 20%. So it's now 120%. Polly then has to pay £600. So that just tells me that that must be the same as that. Well, just like we've just been doing all the way through, we take our amount, we divide it by the percentage that we've got, and then we times it by 100. Okay. Now again, we can multiply the top if we want. We could do 600 multiplied by 100 and then divide it by 120. But on this one, I can see it's a little bit easier. We can just cancel the zeros again. So 60 divided by 12 is 5. And then times 100 will give us £500. And there we have it. That's reverse percentages. See you later.